Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's episode 93, I think, and my name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, baby! We are going to be playing around today with some really cool orchestral sounds. So I hope everybody's doing good and fine and dandy. It's nice and early here today. I've been up for a little while and I've been playing around with some things. All right, let's do some housekeeping before we get into this app today. First, let's pop over. If you're watching over there on Facebook and the sound is crapola, you can always join us over here on YouTube Live in the chat. And the sound's a lot better over here, and there's a lot more people to chat with. And who are those people here in the chat over here on YouTube? So SM Borthwick, Tom Rochelle, Gary Hubbs, Bubba, Benedict Stewart, is there anyone else? Stu Cash. Howdy, partner. Did I cover everyone? Tom Rochelle? Yeah, cool. Good to see you all. I hope you're all doing well and fine. And I know Bubba's here in the chat, and he's recently purchased this particular app that we're going to be looking at as long ago as yesterday. So that's really cool. So you get a tutorial immediately. All right, let's cover some housekeeping stuff. So look, the last 24 hours have been a bit chaotic here for me. I'm not going to lie. I've been a bit overwhelmed with the release of my MEtheist EP. Let's just say the positive feedback for the EP has been staggering. The amount of purchases of my EP has been really mind-blowing. I'm really thankful. So many different people from across, the networks of the groups like GBU and Create, Record, Release, and here on the YouTube channel, but all across metal community and stuff, just been really overwhelming. And yesterday I received a couple of messages from two different Melbourne radio stations who are doing want to do an interview with me next week over the MEtheist album. So next Tuesday Australian time, I'm doing an interview with a radio station all about the album, how it was made. So isn't that exciting? What the hell? What the hell indeed. So like in a mad scramble yesterday, I've been sitting there going, holy shit, I've got to come up with a bio and all about this band and come up with shit and photos and yeah, it's been interesting. So I'll let you all in on a secret because there's only a few of us here. I'm shooting a video clip starting next Monday. So and I'll be covering how I'm doing it on the show. So I think that'll be something really exciting. How I'm putting together my green screen and how I'm using, I'll be using Luma Touch to put it all together. And yesterday I set out, because I've got some paid work on at the moment, writing some music for Wrestle Talk, which I should have hopefully finished by tomorrow. So I've got some money coming in. So what I thought I'd do was buy some stuff to create this band. I think this is going to be a long-term thing. I can see doing another MEtheist album going forward early next year, a full album. So I tried to come up with an idea. I don't want to be me in this band. I want to be a bunch of different characters. I want to all be just me in the band, but create these different characters. So I went online and I purchased a whole bunch of costumes and stuff to create the characters that make up the band. So I'll give you a little sneak peek at who these characters are. So this is one of the masks I bought for, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the bass player in the band, who'll have a hood on and a long cloak. This is the guitarist, which will have this bomber jacket, kind of army jacket kind of thing. I've got to come up with names for all these characters as well. Yes, I'm going in full bore with this whole project because I think it's going to be fun and worth it. And I'm going to dress up in these costumes and shoot it like I'm all these individual characters. So I have a BDSM leather mask as well with zips on the eyes and mouths. I already own that. Don't ask why. That's super creepy that I actually already own that. So to fill out that costume of the BDSM mask, I bought this to go, and this will be the singer of the band who will have a microphone taped to the bondage mask. So I bought this crazy straitjacket, this leather straitjacket. Yes, I know, I'm a bit crazy. And just a little surprise, there's another character in band. I bought this mask as well. I'm going to have this woman who's the exotic dancer in the band. And there she is with the wig on. So I bought all these crazy costumes. So next week we're going to be like really taking this shit super far. So I hope you'll join me for it. I think it's going to be, yeah, it is. It's a bit like a Gua Slipknot, kind of my other band FMC, but without stupid names. So we'll probably look a bit more serious. And on the drums, I'm going to be wearing my full $2,000 Darth Vader costume. So Darth Vader will be on the drums, and it's a full band. It's going to be really cool. So I hope you're going to be into that. I think it's going to be good fun. And hopefully it'll take a week or so to produce. We'll put it out. We'll see if that can bump up the interest in this band. And I don't know, we'll see where we can take it. Who knows what can happen? I've always said, a lot of the time with music that you create, you can put a lot of time into something and really, spend a couple of years on something and really think, oh my God, I've put so much into this. I really hope this takes off. And then you release it and it fizzles. More than not, the projects that you put out that you don't really put a lot of thought into and just like bang it out there, they're the things that surprise you. You ask any major artist who has a hit single, talk about the Eagles, Hotel California. You go and ask them back then when they wrote that song, they thought they would still be playing that fucking crazy song all these years later. And it's always the songs that a lot of people that they didn't really expect to take off. Yeah, I'll get hot in that suit, but I'm just standing around in my bedroom in front of a green screen, jumping around with a bass, filming about 2 hours of footage in a bunch of costumes, and then editing it all together with a bunch of riot footage. And I think it's going to be fun. So anyway, that's that out the way. Let's jump into today's app and get cut straight to the chase, because I didn't really see that there's any new price drops or anything on other apps. So, okay, what are we looking at today? So just to preface this, the reason I had a look at this app was, I know I've done shows on iSymphonic, and I praise iSymphonic till the cows come home. It's possibly the best symphonic app out there for iOS. The sounds are unbeatable. The problem is it's really expensive, and I know a lot of people can't afford to dish out that kind of money for something like iSymphonic to be able to purchase all those packs. The total amount, it adds up, Australian for me, it was over $250 to get all those packs. And I didn't just buy them all in one go. It took like over 2 years of me slowly buying bit by bit to build it all up. So I understand, to be able to just rush out and buy something like that for people using GarageBand mostly, it's a bit hard. So I went looking for some synth apps that could recreate really high quality, in my opinion, orchestral sounds. So that's mainly why I got this. So after watching a heap of videos on YouTube, I came across this app, and it just turns out, and it does have a price tag. I think it works out US, so it's about $20. So $20. It's $18 possibly, something like that, if I remember. For me, it costs $30, and it's still a thwack of money, all right? I won't deny that. But what you get for it is pretty damn special. You get basically 6 gigabytes of samples. And there's in-app purchases, but immediately you get 6 gigabytes of samples. Howdy Deep Gravity in the chat. I didn't acknowledge you there. And hello, Pete Johns, sucking down your coffee in front of your new magic keyboard. Oh, man. On that note, I watched Pete sent me a link to his new video he dropped today. And if you haven't seen it yet, head over there after this show, of course, and watch his new video on his magic keyboard. But last night I was watching it. I got a sneak preview of it, and I was feeling Pete's kind of pain. The same pain I had when I opened my magic keyboard, knowing I'd spent $500 on it, pulling it out the box and going, it's a fucking keyboard. Have I made the right fucking decision here? And the unease of opening it up and putting it together and typing on it for the first time, going, yep, it's a keyboard. But as I can say, months later, I couldn't live without it. It's really $500 so well spent. So let's open this app. Here it is. This is what you get when you open the app. Let's go full screen. Yeah. Let me have a vape. I don't have a coffee this morning. I was running late because I was watching Jacob Hack's live stream this morning, and I got engrossed in that. So I don't have a coffee, but I've got a vape. So this is what you get. It's pretty much a very synth-looking app. Nothing really exciting about it, and that's good. Lots of big buttons. Everything's really easy to see there. So you've got your amp and your attack, hold, and delay over here with sustain and release. You've got your poly controls down here, nice and simple. LFOs. If you've used a synth before, you know all this stuff. I don't really need to go into any of this stuff. You've got your filters, you've got your mod wheel. Everything's really nicely set up, nice and big. Very happy stuff there. Let me jump over to this screen. Hello, I've got my keyboard out. So that's the initial sound you get when you first turn it on. It's pretty bleak, isn't it? Right, so how do we get some sounds into this beast? How do we do it? First, we'll jump in and have a... So you do get an online keyboard as well for playing, so you don't need to have your MIDI controller, but it helps. You know, it always helps to have one of those if you've got one. Your settings, I haven't really been through these, but you can see I've got the MIDI set up, chosen my Code 49 keyboard. You can change the tuning, transpose stuff, octaves, all that kind of stuff. Very nice. Nice, exactly, nice sine wave, Tom Rochelle. Okay. You've got a MIDI learn, all the pretty stock standard stuff that you get in a synth. So there's nothing exciting there. Let's go down to where because today I'm just looking at all the patches, because this is about orchestral sounds more than anything else. So when you go down to download, because there's no samples included in this when you actually install it, nothing at all, just those sine waves. It's pretty bleak. But when you get down here, you get a list here: factory sample content 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can see 1.2 gigabytes. 1.1 gigabytes, so they're all a gigabyte each. There's all up, so it works out with your 0.2s and 0.3s. It's 6 gigabytes of sounds, and you can import these onto your iPad. So when you actually, I've already done it, so I don't really want to do it again. So where the delete button is here, where's my mouse? There it is. You hit install, and what pops up is it asks where you would like to save it. Would you like to save it to your iPad, or would you like to save it to an external hard drive? Now this, if you're low on space and you have a hard drive, this sold it for me. This was the thing that pushed me over the edge. Not only does it have really awesome sounds, but just the option to do that and free up 6 gigabytes of space that I really don't want taken up on my iPad. Howdy do, Langston Reese. Welcome to the channel, to the show. So this is fantastic, but I'm going to stop there because from my testing, the app has been crashing a little bit on certain sounds that I put in, and you may see that happen. I kind of hope you do, so I can talk to the developer about it possibly. I have a feeling it could be because some of the samples are on an external hard drive. I can't test this, so what I will do in the next couple of days is remove all the samples and put the samples back on that I see that are continuously crashing onto the iPad and see if the same thing happens. And then I can probably send a bug report off to the developer and see what they think. But that's been my experience so far. So just putting that out there for my testing, because this thing does cost money, and money doesn't grow on trees. It used to, but now money's plastic all around the world. Right, so up the top here as well, you can see, so there's this little control section. Next to this, you've got iFX. So when I click on that, you have a full effects palette here. And I haven't even looked at this yet. So there's a Reverb Master. These are the inserts. I don't even know how you do this. I guess you have to have I'm guessing, looking here, you probably have to buy them because I can't see them here. So I have to look further into that. Again, in the reverb, let's see if I hold a mouse over it. I can't do anything. So I'm going to have to look into how to do the effects. As I said, I haven't really looked at that. but there is the option to do it. And just by chance, those effects look like, let's have a look, because I have another app which I haven't done a show on. I've been meaning to. Where is it? Is it on here? Sorry, just hold on a moment. There's got too many fucking apps. Yeah, I know. I've got way too many apps. Look at all these mothers. Where is this app? I'm going to just do a search, see if I can find it and put FX. There it is, iFX Rack. Look at this. That looks like that, doesn't it? So maybe this app is connected to the... so I'm not sure. I'm going to have to investigate that. Now I can't get this to work either. Cancel. So I've got effects in here. So maybe this can be added into... That's something I'm going to have to look into. Sorry, that's just my brain thinking out loud. But that's interesting. So that looks like the same company, iFX, who make those. Look at that. The same interface. Very, very cool. We'll get down to that. But let's get down to the sounds. So when you purchase these sounds, the first two boxes up here, Pure Synth Platinum, and this one down below, they are where all your sounds will be. And as you can see now, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So when we click on acoustic piano, look at all those. Nice crap load of pianos. That's a nice hefty amount of pianos. And let's grab one like a body piano and see how it sounds. And look at that. My keyboards decided to stop working. So I love it. Let's do this. Just going to turn off my keyboard. And we'll start again. Boom. Yeah, live streaming, everyone. It's so fun. La 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 la. Have we got sound back now? Yeah, there we go. All good now. So let's have a listen to this body piano. Oh. Okay, that's pretty nice. So we've got a classic power grand. And as you can see, each time I click it, it's loading from my external hard drive. So it's not super fast. You can see the little load screens hit there. Oh my God. We've got a concert grand. Cool. There is a shit ton of pianos here. I'm just going to go through some of them now. Wow. That was so that was called Piano Worship. That's a bit interesting, isn't it? Meditate on Him. What have we got here? Jump out of the piano, it's boring. Let's go straight to the symphonic sounds because that's what I'm actually all about. So we'll jump straight down and let's have a look at some of these sounds. So you've got your strings down here, strings solo, strings ensemble, pads with strings, and some of the choirs in here. You know, let's start with the choirs because this was the thing that blew me away. So you've got this B scat here. Man, are you ready for this shit? And a bit of da. And some do. Hey, that's pretty cool, man. We got some female bar, and look, we've got a crash. See, I warned you at the start that this is something that I've experienced. Now, I do believe it's because the files are... And every time it crashes, unfortunately, I lose my keyboard, which really sucks. So that's really a frustrating thing. I don't know what I'm going to do to actually sort that out. And it's not all the samples from what I've experienced. It's only been like about 10 that have happened to me so far. But still, it's frustrating because I spent $30 on it. So now we've got sounds back. And every time it starts again, I'm losing where I'm up to. It goes back to here from a crash. So that's disappointing as well. I have to be straight up. I only really experienced it today. So let's go back to these voices. I'm not going to click on that one again. So we've got a Gregorian chant. Let's hope this works. We got some jazz scat. I wonder what that's going to sound like. Hope it doesn't crash. Cool. Sion says, yeah, I had to reinstall the Pure Synth app. I'll save the expansion on my drive though. Yeah. So, as I said, I don't know if it's because they're on the hard drives, and Bubba's written here, mine is yet to crash. So, it's interesting. Have you got all yours on your iPad, or are they, so it's on board? So, the real test is, like, the next one we see that crashes, I would remember them, if you can, and go and test yourself. I have a feeling these oohs crashed for me last night. Look at that, they did again. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't really know why. I mean, I can try and, as I said, the only thing I'm going to be able to do is to pull them off the hard drive and see if we can add them back onto the iPad and see if that makes any difference. But if you're not having any trouble with it, then maybe that is the case. I expect that is the case. I've never done this on an app before, had, the files saved and they're drawing them from the hard drive. So it's interesting. Maybe I could try installing them on one of my other externals that I have plugged in, because I have 3 externals plugged into my iPad. So, and it's on a spinning drive too. So maybe if I try the SD card I have that's plugged in, that's 250 gig, I might try that after the show and see how that goes. So as you can see though, apart from, this, and I hate that this is a thing, because I don't want to focus on this. I want to focus on the great sounds. That's what I'm actually here for, because the sounds are really good. Let's have a look at some of the strings here. So we've got a violin section. There's a bit of noise coming back there. I don't know if it could be the polys that I've got set. We could try playing with that as well. So, I don't know if it's the amount. It shouldn't be, because I'm on an iPad Pro. I've got nothing running in the background. I guess it's going to be more that I need to play with this as we go on. So there's a solo violin. Don't crash. What else do we have? Oh man, these contrabasses sound really nice as well. got cello number 2's got a nice sound. So that's really nice. The string ensemble sound really deep and rich. We got this big, rich orchestra here. Really nice sounds. We've got a celestial chamber. Let's whack that. Oh, we've got, hang on, we'll go here. A big symphony chamber. So they're pretty impressive sounds, hey? They're nice and fat. And look, there's a whole heap of them. We've got a movie score, which I'm gathering will have some brass in it, I suggest. And if I do remember, down the bottom, was it? I did see. So we got just some cellos all together. Man, there's some really beautiful sounds in there. Oh yeah, and the multiply. What else have we got? There was, fuck off phone. You just heard my SMS message there from Metal Gear Solid. We've got a full symphony. Is this gonna work? Yeah, so we got some horns in this one. Cool. What I have found too, I will be straight up, I don't like any of the brass sounds. The brass sounds I found were horrible. Brass sounds are a really hard thing to get happening. And you know, you're not going to get everything that's going to sound perfect. I went through a bunch of things. So even this first one, normally you would expect the first one to actually have some kind of pop, but yeah. We got the stabber. Let's see what this sounds like. What about a thick brass section? Let's see if this sounds like an actual brass section. Not really. It's not what I'm looking for an actual like brass ensemble. Classic brass. Let's see what this sounds like. Still got a really MIDI kind of sound. Compared to something like heavy brass, the same who make iSymphonic, they really have nailed the brass thing. It's pretty hard to beat their brass kind of sound. So that's brass. I really don't want to dwell on it. So we've got bass here. Yeah, I can hear. I wonder what that message actually is. Let me have a look. It could be the delivery of one of my masks. Your package is en route. Ooh. I think that's my double kick drums. Cool. So we do have, now these are cool, man. So we've got some really cool acoustic bass sounds. These I really love. We've got a full jazz bass upright here. Nice, man. Nice. There's a hard upright. Just run through some of these nice and quickly. Cool. Medium, soft upright. Let's see. So, oh yeah, that's nice. Some really soft playing. Lovely. So you've got some electric bass in here as well. We've got a fretless. Let's see what this sounds like. I haven't listened to any of these yet. Even a pick muted down here. Let's have a listen to that. So it'll give you a hell of a lot more options in something like GarageBand, because the basses can be fairly limited. We all know what the guitar sounds are like in GarageBand. They get a bit tired very quickly. If you see anything in here that you want to hear, so a hard thump. Got a hard thump. Ooh. It's weird. I thought I would have called that a slap, but so they're pretty cool as well. We got thump softs. What else we got? We've got some pick harmonics. Nice. They all sound really sweet. I can't see any problems there. So obviously you got some bass synths in here. Bass synths, black hole. I won't play The Simpsons for you. Let's run through a couple of these. Oh man. Oh, I hope nobody's going to the toilet right now. Oh, let's add some bass to that. Oh. Sorry. So look, you got your saws, all that kind of stuff in here. Plenty of fucking sounds in here. This thing is chock full of sounds. There's too much to go through today, so we're already half an hour in. Let's have a look at the guitars, because the guitars are always a test. So we've got some acoustic guitars here. What do we start with? Let's start with what we know is gonna suck, because has anybody ever heard a really good banjo sound from MIDI? Hang on. Hey, that's not too bad. Cool. So that was a bit of a surprise. It's not terrible. It's actually quite close to a banjo, a flamenco guitar. Let's have a look at this one. Oh. Those lows. How heavy is that, man? That's pretty cool. A Nylon Hammer. What do we got? We've got a Steel Deal. What's that all about? What the fuck? That was odd. Well, isn't that odd? I don't know where that's coming from. I'm not touching that anymore. No, go away. We got a Nylon Dream. Did I already play this one? Oh, that's nice. Sweet. Good fun, good times. So that's some of those. We've got a Nylon Mute. Let's do that before we go. So that's interesting. Electric guitars, never normally, well, let's go straight for a jazz guitar, see what we get. Yeah. Still got a really MIDI kind of sound, but that's cool too. You know, you can turn that into in my garage. What's this one all about? Oh. So like a palm mute kind of thing going on. There's a mute one, crunchy telecast. Interesting. Let me scroll up. I haven't had a look at the chat for a little while here. Hello, Stu. Hello, Andy. Who else? Have I missed anyone? Sorry if I have. Sion, you are here as well. Good to see you too. And Russ, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well also. Well, we've got an R&B aftertouch. Pretty good. And remember too, you can always change these things. So you've got all these effects here, mod wheels and all this stuff here. You know, you can change the attack of things like that. So you don't have to stick with these kind of sounds. So remember all of that. Oops, there we go. And where did my keyboard go? It just stopped working again. That's interesting. So that has happened quite a few times, and that sucks, really. So Bubba says, Bias Effects 2 opens in Effects Rack of Pure Synth with a long touch. Okay. Let's try that. So where was it? In the Effects Rack. So iFX. Oh. Oh, wow. Is this what you mean? Holy shit, look at all these. So you've got all these effects. Wow, there's an overdrive in there. Stereo widener, enhancer, EQs, preamps, a detune, compressors, degrade, choruses, delays. Holy shit, there you go. That's pretty cool. Thank you very much, Bubba, for pointing out that. So at least we know we've got some effects in there. Let's close that out. I wonder how you can get in. I wonder if if you long press, I guess it's on MFX. Would that be the one? No. Equalizers, dynamics. What to say? Bias Effects opens in the effects rack of Pure Synth with a long touch. I can't seem to see it come up. Am I in the right place? So controls. But I can't. Oh, miscellaneous. No. Distortion, overdrive, but I can't seem to like import anything else into here. I'm gonna have to look further into that, and maybe you can help me out as we go further on. So let's look at some more sounds while we're here as well. So we've gone through some acoustic guitars, bass. There's plenty of pianos there as well. Got more strings. We've got some woodwinds and reeds. Let's have a listen to some of those. So we'll have a listen to these strings first. Cool. We got a plucked bow. What else do we have? And we got a crash. There we go. So that's one I'm not going to click on again for a little while. So disappointing, man. It's really upsetting because every time I come back, it goes back to the start, and that's really upsetting. So this is Pure Synth Borgie that we're looking at today. Woodwinds. Let's have a look at the woodwinds and other reeds, see what's in here. So we've got a bass clarinet. Yeah, yuck. Just calling it like it is, that's yuck. Bassoon, fair. What have we got from a clarinet? That's pretty fair. We know the harmonicas normally always sound like shit. We've got an oboe to run through. Let's have a look at some of the other woodwinds here. So we've got a whole bunch here. We've got some flutes. We've got a jazz flute. Let's have a listen to that. Panam flute. Blown piccolo. Let's see what that sounds like. Everyone loves a good ocarina in time. Not doing it for me, but you know, it is what it is. As I said, I got this mainly for. Oh, there's a recorder there as well. I got this for the orchestral stuff for the violins and stuff like that. So that's what I really want it for, as an alternative for iSymphonic. So we've got some synths. I'm guessing a whole bunch of stuff here. Saws. Plenty of stuff here. There's heaps to go through. Way too much to go. Oh man, listen to that. Whoa. Got a 7-string. What else? What else do we have? So there's plenty of pianos, plenty of stuff. I've got a question here from Russ. I got a stupid question. No questions are stupid. All questions are good questions. I'm not very tech and wanted to get an external hard frame and save MP3 files from AudioShare onto it? Will I have to do it via the Files app? That's probably the easiest way to do it. So to plug it into your... That's how I do it. So I plug all of my externals into here, and they all show up here in the Files app. So my Seagate, which I have... See, here's where all the Pure Synth samples are. Let's have a look. This is where it puts them all. So this is a 2 terabyte hard drive. So there's nothing in there for some reason. That's interesting. I also have, I think this is a 60 gig. Oh, drive not for. And I've got this one here. Am I must be half asleep. What do you mean by a frame? Drive. Does anyone else know? Man, my brain is melting. There's too many sounds going on. There's too many things going on. You know what? I think I'm going to call it quits for the day. I think we've gone through a bunch of samples. What I was going to do before I do go, there is this pack here, Pure Synth, 128 presets, classic sounds, 8-bit animation and stuff like that. And am I going to buy it? I think so. Face ID work. There we go. It's a teeny external board, uses its own SanDisk software. Well, I have this stupid one plugged in. So, yeah, I mean, you can use any, a lot of them need a powered hub. That's the only thing. A lot of the, my 2 terabyte hard drive needs a powered hub. But I have this other thing. I'll show you. It's a piece of shit. I bought it off eBay. And it works. Let me grab my camera and show you this. I have to stand up. Hopefully this will work. So here's my hub. Sorry, I've got a dirty desk there at the moment at the back. So there's a memory stick in there. Let me bring my mic up here. So there's a memory stick in there. And then I've got this memory stick here, right? And when I bought this off eBay, it's got 128 gigabytes on it, but it needs its own software to run. There's my Seagate hard drive over here as well. So, God, there's so much dust back there. That's because I don't go back there often. But, and so this isn't a powered hub, but it's connected to a powered hub at the back. God, look at all that dust back there. That's terrible. After Pete's show yesterday with all his fucking cleanliness. So I'm running from a powered hub to this external hub into my iPad here. So I can have a whole bunch of other things going into this, like from my computer into there and from my thinger and all that stuff there. So let's scoot this back here before I keep showing you how disgustingly dirty the back of my desk is, which needs a good clean up. That's what happens when you make too much music and do no cleaning. So I've actually bought these effects. And let's have a quick listen to them before we go for the day, because I was eyeing these off and thought, I want some... Oh my God, look at that! It's got Mario. So the thing is, I will finish on the hard drives, that you do need to remember, if you're setting up a hard drive, Ross, you have to format it before you start using it. And you have to format it to, the X format. You can't have it set up to the Windows format. So you've got to have it set up to XFAT. Is it XFAT? Yeah. So there's 2 of them with the X. You need to set it up to that so it can operate with Windows and with your Apple project. So if you want to use it with a Mac, so that's how you have to set it up, so you can use it across Windows, and it's the only way you can do it. If you set it up to the old Windows file system, then it won't work. So straight from AudioShare, I'm pretty sure you can go, but oh yeah, so you can go straight from AudioShare through the. Let's see, can you do it? I don't know. Let's have a look. God, I think you can by not FAT32, not FAT32. So you got to do X thing. Yeah, sorry, XFAT. That's it. XFAT. The opposite of what I am now. Because of lockdown, I am fat, and I need to get back to XFAT. So, can you do it? Can you transfer a file? If I click on a file, I don't know if you can do it. Can you do it through here? No, I think you can only do it through because you can use Wi-Fi. That's the picker. That saves it to a pasteboard. No, I don't think you actually can, but somebody will probably correct me on that. I don't really know. But the best way to do it's always through the Files app. You know, I always use the Files app for that, so it's probably the best way to go. So before I go, though, we've got all these sounds here, and look, I'm super excited because look what's there. Mario, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Oh, fuck. No, you can only format the drive on a computer. So you have to do that first. There's no way to actually do it on an iPad. Yeah, but make sure it is exFAT. So you know, I've done it before where I haven't. I forget what the format is. So there's a format where it's just for Mac OS only. So then you can't use it with Windows. So exFAT you can use it back and forth with both. But oh. Man. How happy am I? Oh man, this is the shit, dude. Oh fuck, Donkey Kong, really? Really? No fucking way, man. God, it's the little things that really excite me. Oh, hammer hit. Oh my god, we got an item grab. So worth the money. We got Frogger. Oh fuck. Fuck the symphony sounds. Coin in. Yes. Oh, you wouldn't believe it, Bubba. I have so many old school retro games. I am a collector of retro games. Yes, Russ, if it is pre-formatted already and it is to exFAT, it should just work. But it's always best to check by whacking it into a computer. We've got a plunk. Ooh! No way, man. General sounds. Oh, there's going to be heaps of cool stuff in here. I really was hoping there'd be some Atari 2600 stuff in here. See, this is all a bit too modern. You can... Oh, Pac-Man? What do we got for Pac-Man? Nice. Pack Idol. Oh, sorry, folks. Oh, fuck off. This is... Power palette. Oh, yeah. Ooh. 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 So, Nintendo. What do we got here? So, kicks. Metroid. Famicom. Duck Hunt. Really? Lasers. Yeah. You know what I'm going to try and do? Once I sit through this, I'm going to try and create my favorite song, my alarm in the morning. I'll wrap up on this because you probably don't care about this, but on my phone I have a lot of really cool sounds. Let me grab my phone. So I have all my alarm sounds are really things that will wake you up and make sure that you get up because they're super annoying. And let me see. Ringtone. This is my current ringtone if you want to hear. Yep. The winds of God. But this is my alarm for the morning. So if you don't know what that is from the game Wonder Boy, from the original arcade consoles. So I'm going to try and recreate that song. There's going to be a sound in here. So anyway, I'm super excited now. Forget that this app's crashing. Who cares? I've got Nintendo sounds coming out the wazoo. Last question. If I borrowed a Windows laptop, can I format it to a Mac format? Yes. So just ensure that you format it to exFAT. That is the way to do it. So just reformat and format it as exFAT and it will work across both systems. You will have no troubles whatsoever. Like that. Anyway, folks, that'll call it for today. We're at the hour mark. And here's the app. Look, I'm going to do some experimentation with it and we'll pull some of these sounds over to the actual iPad because I've got a fair bit of room on there. And we'll see if the same thing's crashing. I have a feeling it's not going to. Bubba's been using it and it's not crashing. So that seems like a logical thing. I might even try moving them across onto my SD card because that's at least not a spinning drive. We'll do some tests and I'll get back to you and I'll give you an update at the start of one of the up-and-coming shows, so what's going on. But as it is, it's like about $18. You can see there's a whole lot more to it. Plus, I didn't even let you know, there's a whole lot more packs here. Heaps of packs, synths, a whole lot of piano synths, upright pianos, EDM leads, FM, Bassalicious. You can add Bassalicious stuff in here. So you can see that you can add heaps of effects. There's so much more stuff in there that you can explore. I thought it was a no-brainer at $30. I didn't buy it for anything in particular, but I know somewhere down the track it's going to be really easy to use. And just to finish up, if we open up everyone's favorite little app here on iOS, it's really, really super easy to start a new track. Let's see if we can start a new track. Oops, we're at the end of the tracks there. That was weird. What was that message that just came up for GarageBand? That was really interesting. So it's an inter-app audio, so just so you know. And there it is, Pure Synth Platinum. Very easy to open it up and do all of this within GarageBand, just like usual. So perfect for GarageBand. Add a shitload of effects to your... add some Super Mario. Yes! Look at that. So yeah... Like, share, subscribe, as Bubba has said in the chat. Thank you all very much. If you're watching on the replay, click the little buttons that are on your screen right now. You can subscribe and all that jazz. You can buy my album with the comments. The links are in the description, and the links are in the description for this app. And you can watch heaps of my other videos. Until then, stay cool, stay gangster, keep making music, do the things that make you happy, and remember that mistakes make you better. It's the theme of this show. Because that's all I do. Mistakes. Bye.